Hello, my crafty creatures. Let's make sure my microphone is aimed in the right direction, because it wasn't. Okay, so I'm doing Buffalo Woman today because it seems like every time I think I'm gonna be able to stream Buffalo Woman, I'm wrong. So she's gonna steal from Rainbow Infinity today. We're gonna finish up on color 156, and let me see here. It's looking like my volume is being wonky. So 1 second, please hold. I'm gonna do some stuff. There we go. There's my microphone level that I wanted. There. So, White Buffalo Woman today in our quest for 90%. It would really help if I was able to work on her more. And I have acknowledged that I haven't been working on her a whole lot. Husband Creature and I were talking last night, and I'm like, school's kept me so busy that I've barely been able to cross stitch. So that's the sacrifice that got the hit was with my class, my cross stitch free time gets sacrificed. And it's not that I don't have the time to cross stitch. It's, what was I? How did I put it? I've been doing a lot of the diamond art because I can get it finished faster and it gives me the dopamine hit that I want, as opposed to cross stitch, which takes years, and it doesn't quite give me the hit that I'm looking for right now from being overwhelmed. But yeah, it's been a hot second since I've shown off Buffalo Woman. Well, she hasn't really even been worked on, but I'm hoping today and tomorrow some Buffalo Woman. Wednesday is gonna suck for me because I have to get my eyes dilated, and then I have to go to work. So it's gonna be a fun day. I didn't pick the color that I wanted to work on after 156, so that's gonna be fun. Good morning, Dragon. Get 2 and 1. Get 3 and 2 in. Oh. So, after stream today, I have to do one very annoying but very important part of my project before I turn it in. It's called a user journey. And it's how someone navigates through my app and the frustrations that they find. So, everybody who played with my app this weekend, your experiences and feedback will be turned into the user journey, because it's kind of hard to do a study on something that doesn't really exist for like the case file. And yeah, I saw some of my classmates' apps and mine's not quite as complex. I do kind of worry that mine's not fancy enough, but then I have to stop and tell myself mine wasn't meant to be fancy and complex. It was meant to be functional. And I mean, the ones that I've seen, it's not like, oh my goodness, they're doing backflips like that. That's not it. It's the fact that I don't have enough confidence in myself to recognize that, hey, I just made an app. Even if it is just a mock-up of an app, I still made it. I'm just my own biggest critic. We all know this. Oh, oh, the second light bulb in my light decided to work. Woo! I just realized I started stitching in an area where I shouldn't be stitching at, so I gotta yoink that. Oops. It's Monday. I've had a lump of yuck in my chest for weeks now. Not doing anything. It's just sitting there. And it makes me feel like I have to clear my throat all the time. So, that's what I'm doing. I'm not sick. I just have a lump of yuck in my throat. And I don't know what to do about it. So, I tried an expectorant. I've tried everything short of having someone go down and pick yuck out of my throat. Doo-be-doo. Yeah, so the last remaining bit of this color is all in this area. And honestly, this is probably the biggest color left in left in the zone. I would be so happy if I got that chunk of yuck out of my throat during the stream. I know it sounds gross, but I would be so happy. And I've tried all kinds of expectorants. I've tried natural, I've tried chemical. It just does not want to come out. It's actually sitting on my vocal cords, which is always fun. It always adds to that rough, raspy sound that we all enjoy. But I would like it off of my vocal cords. Not because I want to talk more or anything like that, it's just because it's uncomfortable. When I'm not talking, it doesn't bother me. Beyond feeling like it feels like someone's sitting right on my vocal cords. Best way to describe it. And every time I talk to my doctor about these kinds of things, they're like, oh, it's just XYZ. I'm like, no, it's not. But what do I know? Oh, and happy Martin Luther King Jr. Day, where all of us on the low level are practicing what we preach and working on equality. And everybody else who actually has the ability to do the change is going, keep doing the good work, and not actually doing it. La 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 la. Okay. I didn't recognize how close to being done on this color I was. Oops. No, I don't use that. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness gracious. So, I know this marks me as old because I called my mom out for it once. hers was telling me all about Megan Trainor's all about that bass. 5 years after it had its big hit. For me, I just discovered Five Nights at Freddy's. And for me, I'm not a huge fan of horror games. I'm very much like, keep wanting to call her, them, Lee. I'm much like Lee, and I don't like horror genres. Now, hear me out here. Five Nights has some really cool lore, which I enjoy. I do not like jump scares. If you ever want to see me get violent real fast, jump scare me. And you actually have to actually scare me, because I've worked with such a wide variety of people in my life that actually scaring me is really, really difficult, because I have gained control over that moment between reaction and action. Or action and reaction. That little loop of time. But if you catch me in a moment where I'm not properly masked up, jump scares are the way to incite violence. But yeah, so I watched the movie, and I recognize that the movie is not totally like the games. I get it, but it had Matt Lillard, and I love me some Matt Lillard. I didn't. And this is where I'm realizing I'm old. So Matt Lillard is 53, and I'm like, he's looking kind of nice. And then I realize that he's 53, and I'm only 13 years younger than him. So, no, 12 years younger than him. So that's where my life has been. But in my design course, there is a baker, and she not. I really need to get more cool about asking, hey, what? But they are a baker, and their Discord name is the Saltiest Unicorn. So I'm sitting and I'm watching Five Nights at Freddy's, and I see Chica's Angry Cupcake. and Salt is the first person who popped into my brain. I'm like, Salt, you need to start a bakery, and you need to name it the Angry Cupcake. And I am all of a sudden very obsessed with this Angry Cupcake, because I feel it is my character for Five Nights. Chica's cool and everything like that, but I like the Angry Cupcake because it looks all sweet and innocent, and then it eats your face. So, Angry Cupcakes. But, and then yesterday, husband creature and I went food shopping, and we got some frozen pizza. We balked at prices. I do cook a lot. Did the Angry Cupcake get you, Jules? How many? So there's only supposed to be 2. How many feet you got going on? How many feet you got going on, girl? But yeah, we saw Chuck E. Cheese pizza. Oh, that's always that is always fun. So, this sounds awful, but you can't blame yourself for this. He made that choice. So, here's an awful thing to say that I've noticed in working with the elderly. Is, when it really matters, they are not going to reach out. They want to, they want to, to cry wolf a lot. But the second it actually matters is all of a sudden the second they think, oh, I'm such a burden, I don't want to be a burden. It's like, Ethel, you just called me that you ran out of water and you're sitting next to your cup. Now, I'm not in I'm in a facility where I literally get to go, well, your water jug is right there, you can pour it yourself. So most of the time that's not a huge deal, but when they push their emergency button and they've dropped the remote on the floor, yeah, I live it. I feel like a car trying to start. It's almost out. But yeah, when it actually matters, when they've actually fallen or gotten hurt or they're in like extreme amounts of pain, no, fuck you and the horse you rode in on. They will not call, and then they'll get angry that you didn't know that they were hurt, and it took you, and you didn't stop by and see them until it was med time, which we have meds like every 3 or 4 hours, so we're we're very attentive. But it's just it's very frustrating where, like, hey, I dropped my remote. I'm like, you can pick that up. You're supposed to be able to pick that up, and if you can't pick it up, we're gonna have to have a conversation about that. But yeah, like they just broke their leg, and they'll just sit there in their recliner for an hour being like, yeah, you don't love me. I exist with about 48 people of 65 plus. And I see it all, and I try to be caring, and I try very hard to help them out where and when I can. I am suffering very highly from healthcare burnout. I will be very honest about that, and I barely have enough energy to toss out empathy at work for 40 hours a week. So I completely get the, why the fuck didn't you tell me? Or you need to, I had to have a conversation with one lady. You need to reprioritize what you're using that button for. Hate the fucking button. I can have an entire rant on that motherfucking button. Rest assured, my friends. Oh yeah. Well, and I'm hoping that Sam is key up enough to know that that's not the truth. I know that my boss, whenever an instance of that happens, where she really excels is having her staff's back. My frustration does not come from the people that I am working with. It does not come from my coworkers or anything like that. But yeah, so she trusts in my ability enough to know that there's a good chance that I didn't know. Yeah. I feel you. But I'm the same way. I will bitch up, down, left, right, and sideways about things that don't matter. Mind you, I don't like summon people from away. Like if you just happen to be in my radius, that's when you'll get caught. I'm sorry, everybody. uh, but for some things, I keep cards close to my chest when I should probably open up about them. And I'm getting a little better, but it's still just it's like me working on Buffalo Woman instead of Rainbow Infinity. Now, if I weren't if I weren't so exhausted, I would be very, very upset with myself for just not swapping it over because this is my Rainbow Infinity day. I'm tired. I love to cross stitch, so it's that it's a weird balance. And that's why right now Buffalo Woman's getting worked on. I did not feel like swapping out through Infinity, even though Infinity I think is right behind me. Infinity's somewhere in this room. Where is Infinity? Okay, there's Infinity. How do you misplace a 3-foot 3-foot tall cross stitch? Very easily. My brain is hilarious. Yeah, I my deep darks are pretty mundane. Like this shit sitting in my throat. Yeah, that whole well, that's the fun of the trauma response is 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 you don't want to burden anyone else because when you were growing up, your problems didn't matter. So I recognize. Um, but that's kind of where I sit in life is I on the outside, like the outside influences, I know that what I think and how I feel matters. But I still have a lot of the inside where whenever I exercised that voice, the reaction from those around me was, "Oh well, it's okay, you don't matter." And that's the oh well. See, and that's the thing is that's exactly what it is. You need to be selfish, and and I can't like I have been like my version of selfish is just you need to like it's like you need to poke me. Like I have a lot of acquaintances and friends. Do I talk to a lot of them on a regular basis? No. Do I love them any less because I don't talk to them on a regular basis? Also no. That is truly one of the things that I really love about my people permanence is my feelings don't fade. If I like you, I like you. It could be a day, a week, 2 years. If you decide to talk to me again and we just kind of you got busy, I got busy kind of thing, I'll pick up right where we left off. Even if it was even on not good terms, there'll be a conversation to be had. But it's did I grab both strings that time? Yes, I did. Um, and that's part of the reason like why I started this. I had in addition to people going, "Hey, I could watch you do that for hours." And learning the hard lesson that when you do a stream, I mean, unless you're like doing some high end like super duper amazing content and stuff like that, I stream for the love of it. And I told someone that once. They were on my Facebook page, and they were going, "Hey, friends, if I started a stream, would you guys watch me?" And he had like a couple hundred comments of people going, "Yeah, I'll totally watch you." And then me being the realistic person I am, I'm like, "Look, if you start to stream, do it for you. Do it for you, because of these 100 comments of people saying, 'Yes, I'll watch you,' you'll get maybe 5." Yes, I know. Well, and that's the beauty of it is before Squirrel Station and whatnot, um, you didn't know I exist, but you came from outside of my circle that I had when I started streaming. I mean, I was surprised when I found out Dast was watching. I was like, somebody loves me. And now I've grown a very tight-knit group of people who sit and listen to me talk and stab things. From what I hear, it's mostly sitting and listening to me talk, which baffles me to no end. But if you like it, woo! Okay, let's... Oh, ooh. At least in someone's life, I leave the house. No, Husband Creature and I went grocery shopping yesterday, and it was about all I had expected it to be, because I don't like people. Oh, also, so I'm not known for putting on a lot of perfumes. I'm not known for like bathing in stinky stuff. That takes away my natural body odor. Now, mind you, in that being said, if you're gonna go out in public, do not run a marathon in sweat clothes and then walk around a store, because when you're shopping, you inevitably see the same people in the same sections of the store that you happen to be in. Or even if you leave a section, you're bound to see this person in another section. And there was a gentleman with his child and his wife, I would assume so, or partner, I should say, partner. And the smell. Now, I'm not tossing out any judgment. You could work hard, but having that self-awareness of, hey, I might be stinky, let me toss on a new shirt. Because it was bad. I can deal with, like, as I'm walking past you, just a whiff. Like, I understand. I get it. Stink happens. But if I can smell you at the other end of the aisle that you have just walked down, please. That is my rant. Even if you have to take a whore's bath, pits and crotch. Please. I'm still rated mature, right, guys? We still get that little warning. Hey, watch out. She doesn't know what she's saying. Oh no, actually, I do know what I'm saying. I just. I I actually kind of want to try out the Lumi because I recognize that antiperspirant. You're supposed to sweat. You're supposed to sweat. That's fine. I see pit stains on you. You're leaking water. You were being an animal. We are animals. I'm sorry. That's what we are. Um, but I know that aluminum. I know that the antiperspirant. I know that stopping the sweat is bad in excessive amounts. A day when I don't go out with people, I don't put on any deodorant. I don't put on deodorant until I have to go to work, and most of mine is just anti-stink. It's just like a swath of hey, when it gets wet, it smells good. Um, because I understand that. I do. Oh no! Oh no! For those of you who came in on. This is for mature audiences only. Or immature, depending on how you look at things. And it's probably because you're signed in, Jules. Like, if it were a new person. Well, you know, most of the people who hang out around me know of my potty mouth, and my interesting take on stuff. Yes, yes. Okay. So, there we go. There. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so this week I also have to prepare for a 10-minute presentation on my app. So that's something I'll be doing. It's just exhausting. I March 19th is the last turn in for class, and I love it, but I'm so tired. Ooh. Uh ooh, you're going to the off limits place. You rebel. I'm actually on the last couple rows of this color, so I get to pick a new color here soon. Oh, so, uh, here I convinced Kira to come upstairs and hang out with me in the craft room today. Um, of course, if you ask her, she'll tell you it was torture, because she had to come upstairs and she once I went downstairs, she went back downstairs, but she will tell you that I beat her and that I forced her to stay in this awful room. When in reality, I encouraged her to come upstairs so she could get some pets while I was doing some picking up. It's funny. So I really do try to keep this room clean. I do. I fail quite often because I will get it all clean and then I will make a new mess within the same breath of air. Um, I have I have Hogwarts all like set up to be. All I need to do is move some cameras around, kind of deal. And where I'm gonna work on Hogwarts is just covered. It is just covered in shit. Well, not literal shit, but I put all the stuff on the little flat area that I was gonna start Hogwarts on. And mind you, I haven't started Hogwarts, and I can really just kind of move everything that's there off. But it's the fact that I tried to keep a flat surface clean and failed. Okay, there's that. Mm-hmm. It's funny, my house is actually pretty quiet right now. I'm gonna utter the Q word. I'm gonna utter it. Both the shepherds are potatoing in bed with husband creature. Because he has the cool office job where he gets to have today off. Almost done this color. La 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 la. Oh. So I was watching. Let's be surprised. I was watching TikTok, and for those of you who know, no. Uh, I I saw one that was like defining like just like a catchphrase of each generation. And they had like the Gen X, uh, the Millennials, and the Gen Z. And it was funny because the millennial one, it was the fix it generation. And it hit home really kind of hard because that's a lot of what I do. Um, Not even realizing it. Like the past couple weeks, I've had a lot of realizations as to how fast my brain goes to how can I solve this problem. Um, do I always offer the information up? But no, not always. Sometimes I just sit and watch people struggle because I had, in instances where I've offered assistance and they have poo pooed on me, as it were, I do not offer assistance any longer. For people who have been nice to me and like, oh my goodness, I didn't think about it that way. I absolutely, when I see them struggling, I'm like, have you looked at it from this angle? Because apparently that is my secret superpower, is to see a problem and be like, hey, let's look at it from this 20 different angles and come up with like 10 new solutions. And sometimes people get offended. Oh yeah, I totally already thought about that. And if I've done it to you, I apologize. It's just from working in customer service, hospitality, healthcare. It has really honed that sometimes people just don't look at the basics. They go immediately to the most complex. They go immediately to it's cancer. When it's really a cold or something like that. And I am a huge proponent of, hey, do you think it might just be a cold? Uh, so, but yeah, the millennial generation, the fix-it generation, born during Reagan. So much shit. So much shit is going on. It's just, I don't even know, like, that's what I do. That is my heart song to you. I was telling my therapist that, like, in addition to like your normal lights and whatnot, like this light is actually pretty quiet. That's why I can have it so close to my face. Because it's an LED. LEDs give off noise, but not nearly as much. Like this one gives out more warmth, which I know LEDs aren't supposed to, but this one gives off more of a warmth than it does a sound. Um, but I was telling my therapist about how people uh, give off, how the vibe they give off, and how I'm really good at picking it up, and and how some people get uncomfortable talking about that. I'm like, I call it a song. Everybody has their own song, and sometimes they're singing it off key. I just heard husband creature rustle. Okay, I think. Okay. Oh, husband creature is awake. Dogs say go. Okay. I have to move the camera again anyway, so you guys not seeing those 2 stitches. It's not life. And if it is, I apologize. I'll resurrect you later. Okay, we have a page 0. 156 is all done on this page. I get to mark it off and pick a new color. Oh, Pixie says hello. You were ignoring me. You were. You don't love me. You don't love me. I know. You were potatoing. You're a good girl. She's like, yes, I was potatoing. No, I am not. Love me. Okay, cool. All done. Doobie-doobie-doo. Okay, so. This color still has 1,100 stitches left in the entire piece, but it is done on this page. And I still have yet to decide if I'm just going to tackle the remaining section here. Of course, you guys can't see it. Let me yoink it out a little bit. Like, I still haven't decided if I'm going to this entire section, like, there's like a 2 pages, 2.5 pages across. Let's see if I can zoom out far enough. Like, yeah. She is gonna get dry cleaned. Like, this is just so much dirt, but there's this whole section. I'm torn whether or not I should aim to get it all done as the final hurrah, or just continue my path of page by page kind of thing. I'll have more answers on that later in life, but for right now, I'm gonna drop stuff on the floor. Ooh. Okay. 156. I'm gonna mark that off. If I can find a marker. That's a back scratcher. There we go. Marker! Oh my goodness. So sometimes I just go down in numerical order. When I can't decide which color I want to use, I'll see if this next color is one that clumps up enough to make it interesting. Oh my goodness. Oh yeah. What I really like to is she'll get a pre-wash here. She'll get a hand wash and to get any potential running out. Generally blues and blacks don't run. It's your reds and your yellows that tend to run. Black sometimes runs, but most of the colors in this particular piece are not known for their running. But I'll do a pre-wash and cold, and I'll get everything all base clean, and then I take it to. I haven't had a lot, at least in embroidery floss. I haven't had a lot of the purples or the greens run. For me, it's been red. Red has been the bane of my existence. But then I bring it to the dry cleaners. And I know dry cleaning, funny enough, friends, is not actually a dry process. I only have 3 colors left that are labeled like big enough to go on stream. So I'm giggling because I'm not really feeling it. It's weird, but I do have a whole list of either that I can just go down and hit 0 on. So that might be what happens. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to start crossing some littles off my list. Oh yeah. Oh, I always try to douse in vinegar first. Um, ooh, I'm gonna have to up my re-up my 162. Given there's only like 250 stitches left in the project, I still am running out. Okay. And I know with a lot of cross stitch, the in the floss they already try to wash and preset, at least DMC. They do try to wash and set their dyes. They do toss out the warning that you might want to rinse your work. Might want to rinse your yarn, your floss, before utilizing it. But yeah. Well, I think we're going into it. Today's the 15th, so we're apparently in a winter storm warning until tomorrow. I don't know how, because it is actually kind of sunny outside today, so I don't know. I don't know the details. Okay. We're working on color 162. It's a very light blue gray. Ish. It is from the either category, so I could have either worked on it alone or on stream. That's that category. Whenever I do a page, I have colors that are just so plentiful, like it's a good block. I don't have to move around a lot. Those go on stream. Then I have the either or, and those kind of in the middle, and then I have the alone ones where it's literally like 5 stitches on a page, and those ones get done off screen. Because color changing takes so much time, as you guys are seeing right now. But that's also because I was ill prepared and didn't expect to actually get done. Okay. How am I gonna do that? We're gonna go up to the top of the page and back ourselves up a little bit. Sleet, I give 0 stars, do not recommend. Not only is it not fun. Okay, so looking out at this line. This is where we're looking out, yo. Okay. There's one there. Then we go 1, 2, 3, and there's one there. Now I need to. And we start off right here. Woo woo! Oh my goodness. Ugh. Project's this bigger for the birds. Oh. Pixie has decided to guard the top of the stairs. See, I can't in good conscience say and don't take naps because I love naps. Even though I don't take them as much as I used to, I love naps. Mm. Wander over here. This very first line is like super long, and then I have to move down. So, and here we go out. 1, 2, and 3. Continue going down this road, do that. So much dog hair. More there. This area right here is like the very end of her dress. So. The Canadian Tire smell. Let's skip 2 and 5. Skip 1 and 2. It's funny, in my memories, my my first couple streams have been coming up. Like when uh, when I so 4 years ago, I was only at 20% Buffalo Woman. A couple of those pictures popped up today. Mhm. Jules is over there lifting like half a country of salt, and here we have the do 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 music. Or we should be like having Eye of the Tiger or um, another one bites the dust. Like we should be having some like rock anthems going on. Start playing like the first 30 seconds. After that, yoink them off. To dodge copyright. Okay, well, now I need to grab another piece and move down the line. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Where's the next? It's right there. The next line is very, very, very messed up. So we'll see how that goes. Yay! I at least found the starting spot. We're gonna see how far across I can get. There's literally only like 8 stitches in this line, but they're just so all over the place. Okay, just so anyone watching, if I don't seem like I'm talking a lot, it's because I'm not. Um, I go into I go into power save mode. Uh, idle mode. I go into NPC mode. Um, Oh my goodness. Ah. Looking at the remainder of this color, it's going to be a all alone color on the next page. Oh, my phone's just been blowing up, so I'm making sure no one fell off a cliff. Oh my goodness. Okay. Oh. Hey, big monster. Hi. Pig says hello. Again. Some more still. Nose out of the trash now. That is not something you need to be nosing in. Not even a little. She disagrees. She feels she needs to be all in that trash. But all up in that trash. We are at 87.79%. So that's pretty cool. Oh. I had both the beasts. Husband creature came upstairs and shut them out. So now I gotta deal with them. Poor abused shepherds. They're poor. They're abused. And if anybody believes that my dogs are poor and abused, I have a bridge in Brooklyn to tell you. I'm just trying to find a good spot to tackle. Sometimes finding good landmarks to start off from is difficult. That's the only problem with only having little spots of where the color goes. I'm constantly moving the camera. well, well, that's quite a delay. I've been on for an hour and a half. Not surprising though. Oh, well, I'm still here. So. Working on 162. I got 156 got down to 0 on the page, so I moved on to a different color. But I'm running out of big colors. So it's gonna be a lot of jumping around. Luckily what I'm working on right now is all in this area here. But that'll change. That'll change in about 20 stitches. Oh. Oh, 87.8. We have, let's see, we have a little over, let's see, 412 stitches is what we have till we hit 88%. That's not going to happen today, but it's only 412. Because 0.1% is 206 stitches. Because 1% is 2,060. Skip 2 and then 3. Let's see. We'll see if I think because this is the last bit of color on the no. Like it's almost the last bit of color on the page. I don't wanna have to whip out a new piece of string for 3 stitches. That just sucks. I think after I get 162 down to 0 on the page, I'm probably gonna have an early call. I'm worn out for whatever reason. So it'll be pretty soon. But yeah, what you're looking at is all I have left. I mean, it looks like a lot, but each page is about 13,000 stitches. So, ugh. Oh my goodness. Now I got to move down to the next area. As I drop stuff. Whew. Frustrating bit about a lot of this is this particular area is super duper messed up. Oh, of course my hands froze. This particular area is like my count is messed up, so I'm trying to work my magic with what I know, and it's proving to be difficult. It's proving to be muy difícil. La 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 la. Oh my goodness, okay. I gotta lean over. Instead of lean back, lean over. This is where I have found myself. Kind of. Not really, but I found a little bit of myself. Yeah, isn't the third one the fun one though? Isn't that the one that like you want to go to? Okay. Now that I've figured out I'm in this area, I need to. Need to close in. Need to close in on the last few stitches. If they even exist, because I did foobar enough that I've had to take a few stitches out. I had to add a few stitches in, but I foobarred enough that I've had to take a few out too. Okay, so there's that. There's that. Found it! Okay. I think this is the last bit for this color. I'm gonna have to zoom out and double check, but it is perfect because I'm almost out of this piece of string. Okay, let's see where we're at. And out of all of that, I only could not put in one, so that's actually pretty good. Oh my goodness, we are at 87.82%. Did 193 stitches today. think I'm at 0. Page, color. I am. And while I'm here, we're gonna finish off this piece of string. And tomorrow I'm gonna do some more Buffalo Woman because, well, I haven't really touched her in a couple of weeks, so I'll have a new color all picked out. Maybe more than one because I know, you're waiting for me to do Hogwarts, and honestly, that probably won't start until March when I'm all done my classwork. I just have a lot on my plate right now, and if it can't get done quickly and it's not already started, it's not gonna happen right now. Unless it's like projects that I can do fast and easy. Oh my goodness. I should say if it requires a big setup. I mean, this particular Hogwarts has 6,020 pieces. It is a big project. But I mean, not as many pieces as Buffalo Woman, but still, lots of pieces. Okay, let's do I gotta zoom out a little bit here, check out the color status. Yeah, tomorrow might be. Oh, I don't know. I'm like, why did I click on that one? Yeah, it's not even listed. Like, why isn't that on the page? Yeah. Okay. I forgot to cross that off. Huh. Good thing I'm going through and scanning the colors because I was like, 792. It's a 700. Nope, not all done on the page. Pretty good color. I think it might be 793 and 794 tomorrow. Unless another color like just pops out and says, you must get me on. Funny enough, 826 is one of those colors. It actually has more blocking than the 700s, but oh, that's a good one too. If I have enough of it. I think that's one of the colors I meant to pick up and I didn't. See, right now, filling in this bottom will happen real fast. Okay. Actually, that's a pretty good one too. So, we have gotten up to 87.82%. We have about a little over 400, a little under 400 stitches left until we hit 88%. So, yeah, it's going well. Overall, let me do some fast math. I'll tell you how many stitches overall before she's all done. Let's see. 189 to 189. We have 25,090 stitches left on Buffalo Woman. I start doing countdowns at 25,000. So I might start putting up I might start putting up the countdown. I'm super excited. Like, oh, it's funny because 25,000, that is all of Rainbow Infinity. Like that's what Rainbow Infinity's count is a little over 25,000. So it's not a lot, but at the same time, it's like so many of the other projects like I've already done. Stimmy, yeah, Stimmy, the bigger squirrel, he was 21,000. So, yeah, she's coming in. She's coming in for a finish, and once I hit 90, it'll be the only project I work on. So that's about 4,000 stitches left to go. Let's see. Yeah, 4,000 for 4,100. 4,120 is well. But thank you everybody for your time. I will be back tomorrow at 10. I'm almost always lurking somewhere, so if you need me, I'm sound activated. But I will see everybody later. I'm gonna go do some last minute project work, and then I don't know what I'll do. I don't have plans that far. So, thank you everybody. I love you all. Stay out of trouble. Be kind to yourself, especially. And I will see you on the flip side.